Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to continue working on part 2 of this house build. Let's get started. So in the previous video, we already started adding grid lines. We also added exterior wall. Now we're going to continue working on this. So what we're going to do first on the ground floor or first level is we're going to add in some interior wall. So let's click on the wall. And then here we have exterior wall number 1. What we can do is we're just gonna click on edit and then duplicate that. Now we could rename this as interior wall number 1 and then click on edit, and the thickness will be 100. We could keep the material to gypsum wallboard, and then we could change it a bit later on if we want, but most of the time white interior is better. So right now what I can do is add a wall right here. That's for the laundry room. So I'm gonna add it right there. And here, notice that the thickness of the interior wall is smaller than the exterior wall. So in order for me to push it all the way there and without changing it is by clicking on and giving it a gap. After that, I'm gonna type in AL, which is align, or this icon under modify, and then I'm gonna align it first before extending that. So I'm gonna press escape again, and then extend that. And then as you can see, all the faces are connected and there's no gaps here or indentions. So that's a good way of doing that. So I'm going to add an exterior wall onto this side. Now, if I click architecture, we will have to go right here and keep on changing it. So we have to look for it and then change it again. In order to be faster, if you already know that the material or for example, wall is already added before and you have an access to that, for example, here, I have an access to the exterior wall. What you can do is you can just type in CS. That's basically telling Revit to create that similar, and then now you can just add it simply like that. That's also applicable to other things like objects, families, even windows and doors. So it's very useful, and as you can see, the last thing we added is an exterior wall. If I click this again, it will be going to exterior wall, but I want to add an interior wall. I hate doing this, so I hate looking for whatever I want to add again that I already added. So now just click it again and then type in CS. Now you'll be able to add instantly. So right there. Here, I just put it, let's put it on 4500, which is exactly what I did. So just click right here and then just add it 4500. So that will be good. And then let's add in a room right here, which will be the powder room. I'm just gonna give it a gap of around 20 1200 for the main entrance door. And here I just want to add around 1650. So let's put 1650 here and then 1650 on this side. So now 1650 and 1650 here. So that's good. And then we already have this, so we just need to connect it right there. And the trick that I showed you is just give it a gap, because the thickness right here is different with the thickness on the interior wall. So you will need to type in AL, align first. So align everything all together and then just move it and drag it. So we have our powder room right here. We could add in our door and then the main door as well. This will be our kitchen right here, and then our dining area, and then the living room, and then we will have a family room right here. Stairs will be located right here. So what we could do is we could add in a wall right here. So CS, and then add the wall all the way right here. So everything looks perfect. What we could do is we could add in a barrier wall now. So what I could do is I'm gonna trim this out. So you can type in TR, or you could go to modify, and that will be the trim and extend command. I use this all the time, so you should be very familiar with this. It will give you, or it will save you a lot of time in the future. So it's basically the same function as fillet in AutoCAD. As you can see, you trim it out right there. And then here, we're going to trim this out also. So now I'm just trimming everything up so that we could change that to a different wall. So here I'm just I'm just gonna leave it like that. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to click this, edit type, duplicate. We're gonna type in border wall. This one we're gonna change the material. So here, what we could do for this material will be, I like stone for walls. So let's add in, click here, and then let's use field stone. And then let's maintain the thickness to 150. Now, this wall will be changed to bordered wall as well. So now here, if you select this, this will be bordered wall. And then this one will be changed to a bordered wall as well. So we could do this. So the hard part will be right there. Let's change this one to bordered wall. Good thing it's all the way at the top. So now what we need to do is we just need to extend this and then extend this. We might change in the future is the height for this bordered wall. We can maintain it to this height, the 3000, but in rendering view, that will be very high. So what I usually do is I'm gonna change this walls. I'm probably gonna trim this again in the future and then just pull this one down manually. So I'll show you that later on. and then here as well, because it will be very high for the rendering view. So most of the time I just put it 1000 or 1500, so 1.5 meters high, so that every shot that I have for my view will be proportionally viewed. So that's how I do it. You can definitely do whatever you want, but that's how I do it. And now, I think it's better if we add in the stairs. So here, let's go to architecture and then go to stairs. And then here, what I usually do is go baseline level 1 and then top level 2. That's normal. We could change the top offset as well, so that everything is flush from the floor, but we don't have floors yet. So we could just do that later on when we change it. Here, what I want to do is to divide it equally. So because I just want a U shape, I probably just want it as 14. So desired number of riser will be 14. Just press OK with that. And then I'm just gonna think ahead. So I'm just gonna put 200 because that's the thickness of the floor that I'm gonna put later on. And then now, oops, I made a mistake on that. 14. And you know what? I'll just do that later on. So now I'm going to add in. So we could view it right here. You can see that we have 7 remaining, 7 created. So it's very subtle, but you'll be able to see it. It will tell you how many you created and how many remaining that you have. So here, I'm just gonna click that and then move it gently on the other side. The reason that I'm doing this now is because it's easier to do the changes um, when you created everything. So now I'm just gonna click finish, and then after that I'm just gonna move it all the way like that. I'm just putting it in the middle and then click it and then edit stairs again. So now it's easier to just move it all the way. I like clicking it on the stairs, not on anything, because once we move this, everything will move like that, and then here as well. Don't worry about that. It was just saying that the landing depth is, so it's easy. We could just, I think the gap here is okay. I like the way it looks. We can even change, if you want, the width of the riser. But for now, everything looks good and I'm satisfied with that. So here we can even move this back if we want to. So just do the edit. So edit stairs, and we could just click this one to move it all the way there. And then we're gonna move it once we finish this, so it's easier for everyone to follow. We don't need to make this complicated for the stairs. So now everything is flush right here. So that's how I do my stairs. I click on finish first and then do some edits afterwards because it's easier for me to gauge what I'm doing like that. After this, I think it's easy for us to add in some doors. So let's add in some doors right here. So let's go to Insert, Load Family, and here let's go to Doors and go to Residential. Let's add in one of the interior walls right here. So most of the time I just choose the single one panel wood, click on Open, and I usually add all of them so that we have variations. So I'm going to add all of them like so, and then press OK, and then yes. So now we need to go back to architecture or click on door or type in DR. Once you add the door, once you click the door or once you type the DR, it will show you the 300, which is very small. What you do is just click it and then you could choose whatever you want here. Most of the time the standard is around 900 millimeters. So let's add in 900 or let's add in 700 by 2000. 2000 is the height, 700 is the width. So around 750 will be fine as well. So here we could add in. So you could flip it if you click on the space bar and then just move your crosshair either on the left side or the right side of the wall if you want the different orientation of the door. And then just flip it by using your space bar. So that's very easy to understand right there. Here for the powder room, we're gonna choose a smaller door. I think 600 will be good enough here, but let's maintain the 2000 millimeter height. Here, let's just add it right there, 600. Okay, and then here we're gonna add in a different door, so we could just add that one later on. So let's go back to Insert, Load Family, and let's add in a different door. Let's choose this one, exterior double door. Click on Open and select all of them. I know I'm just gonna use one, but I just want to add it so that I have variation. Even here, which is the 1500 by 2000 is more than enough for the door. Right there. It's just perfect for this size. Okay. And then the sliding door, I'm going to provide a link for that. I'm just going to use this sliding door. As you can see, it was done for Revit 2018 and AutoCAD Revit will, sorry, Autodesk Revit will just upgrade it. So it's something that Revit will do, but Revit is not backward compatible. So if I created something on Revit 2021, I cannot use it on Revit 2020, which I have. So here, I'm just going to use this and then just add it all the way right there. As you can see, it's too wide for me. So what I can do is change it a little bit. Head height is good. Dimension, we could change it to open. So that's what I like about this. It's very useful. Just one click. It's very parametric. Dimension, Let's edit this. And then here, I don't want any gap. So make sure to change this. I got this from the manufacturer and one of the site. So this is not mine. So I just wanted to share it with you guys. Head sliding door. So we could change this. We could just maintain it to 24. That's fine. But the gap should be 0. That's what I'm looking at. Because I used this before, and I noticed that there's a gap, and I don't want that. So that's why I'm double checking everything. You can basically change whatever here. It's very parametric, so that's the cool thing about this. Maybe we could just change the width of the sliding door. So instead of 6,000, maybe we could just put it on 5,000. Let's see if there's gonna be an error, because you never know how things will work out. So here, I think 5,000 is the perfect fit for this one. And if we check in 3D, that looks nice. So like that. So as you can see, the border wall, as you can see, it's too high for what we wanted. So that's what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll fix this one. Change it to a different height, or just manually just moving it like that. As you can see, it's very easy, and then we could just estimate. So I just want it to be showing something like that, and then you could use even the align tool. So make sure to select the top face, and then you can do that. Now, because we connected all this one, now we need to add the border wall without connecting it, and then we could connect it afterwards. So now we could just TR, trim this first. Here we could select this. Let's see what's the top offset. Let's change this to -1,000, so that everything is, or -1,500. And then this one as well, -1,500. Okay, so now CS, don't put a gap on that first. And then before you put it out, because we use CS, everything, all the condition that you used it, or the attributes, will be copied on this one as well. So I just want to double check that. Top offset is also like that. And now we could just connect that one. And here we could connect it as well. So now everything looks proper. So thank you for watching, and we're going to continue everything on the next video. Thank you for watching, and hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below.